really strong enough to, even though it is strengthened down here underneath the wing, still not strong enough. Really, we didn't think so. We've used this strengthening bar underneath. Coming down to the side of the wing here with the door, what we're going to do is put some self-tapping screws, bud screws, anything like that will do, with a washer on, straight through the kit into this section which we screwed on earlier with these screws, like I was saying. Now, between here and the inside panel there's a gap, so we're going to space it with washers inside, in between this panel and the panel here. And what happens is it allows adjustment so that it'll bring it perfectly level with the door, as we can see. And if you want to space it, you can use several washers. We use about 3 or 4 washers in each one. Very straightforward, very simple. Once you're happy with this, you can bond this from inside, but we're going to bond it all later on. Slip some bonding paste in from inside, and then to neaten it up from inside this area, you can either open the door to do it, or you can undo your bolts again at the back, down at the bottom here, and one up at the top. Take the wing off and then tidy it all up from inside this edge. We've done this just to make it so you can get a perfect gap, in case when you do bond your door on, you bond it on a millimetre this way, you can also bring this wing out, because there is a chance you could bond your door on wrong, so we've done it for that purpose, so you can't really go wrong. The gap should line up perfect for you. The only problem, you may have to just sand a little edge on it. Nothing will need adding, no filling will be needed in these areas. Now what you have to do at the top here is the wing here should sit about a millimetre higher than the door. Only 1 mil, because what's happening is the door's coming along and it's slowly coming up and over the top here. So because it's sloping up, you want it about 1 mil higher. Now the edge, as you can see when you open the door, this edge, just sand the edge on the inside. You want that gap about 4 mil all the way up. When it comes to the top, it wants to be about 3 mil up at the top, so the door can slip underneath it. As you can see, there's the gap, if we can just see inside there. That gap there, that's what we're going to fill in with bonding paste, so you can just run your bonding paste along there, or from the other side. You see the washers there that we've put in. Just slip your bonding paste straight up, smooth along with your finger so it's nice and neat. If you put masking tape on this side here and on this side, it won't spread everywhere, and once it's, just as it's starting to dry, pull your masking tape off. That saves you sanding these panels, and then you're just going to have to sand this little edge inside there to tidy it up. You'll find this little piece in your kit. That's going to match up with this. That's going to be 3 screws, one in the middle, one at this end and one at this end. Match them up, you'll see that this line here coming down all the way up, so this line will line up with this part of your pillar. Line that up, 3 screws in, you want a small gap there, nice tight gap. This piece is a follow-on from the piece that you cut off, with this black strip to come along this bottom edge, and it's going to go onto there. It's a straightforward piece to put on, and what we're going to do is just once you have bonded on, you come round and you are happy with it, and you come into bonding it, just whip off that sharp edge there and then just blend it into the pillar, because it's a small area and you need to blend up a couple of inches. Just coming back to the wing again, we'll just put some tape on the top, because when you open the door it may just scrape underneath it here, just to stop the kit from being damaged. Also, these areas here, if we oval the holes this way, we can slide the wing forwards and backwards just to get it as we want it. Now what we're going to do, if you can see this here, we're going to put a cut that's 5 inches from the end, from there, in. In fact, it's 5.5 inches in. Put a cut, 1/2 inch in the top, 1/2 inch in, and come down just level with the door. Put a cut along there, and same on the other side. Put a cut straight in and knock this inwards. So now it's going the opposite direction. As you can see there, and then we're going to plate this. Let's put this piece of metal just in there and in on the other side as well. So we've got an indent in the sill, just to help the dog go into the sill a little better. So that's 5.5 inches in, level with the bottom of the door, and 1/2 inch in at the top. Simply just hit it straight in the middle. As you can see, the sill's shaped like that. We're going to hit it straight in, so we've got an indent there. Plate it on this side and on that side. Make sure it's seam welded. As you can see, this is the piece for the wing that holds the wing on. While we're here, I'm going to show you the washers go in between this part here and the wing. That's where I was saying put the washers. As you can see, we put 2 bolts there. We're going to put a third up at the top later on. Use these are big self tappers that we use. Something like this. Hold it on nice and strong. You can set a nut into it if you want to. You want to drill a hole, weld a nut in it and then knock it flat so you can screw in and out, you can do. But these do the job. Nice and big, because with this being very sturdy thick metal they're here, that these do tend to grip quite well. Right, coming to put the roof on. This is a roof that's just come out the mould, so it's got blue release agent on, so you'd have to excuse it. You'll see these little tabs at the end. That's just to help you to see that you've got it in exactly the right place. You're going to actually cut this off straight across this end tab here. This is just to help you so you know you have got it in the right place, because it'll fit nice and snug inside here. Same on the other side. Once you know you've got it right and you're ready to bond it, just cut this end bit off, like I said, and then it's going on. And you'll see it fits into this indent here. There's an indent in the roof. This is where before that you'd left 1 inch for it to bond onto. That fits up to that line. So basically when you're filling it, you're just filling in. That's now perfectly smooth. This is exactly the right thickness for that little lip there. And what we're going to do is just bond that on and fill straight across. Tiny little piece of filler in there. So on the roof, all you've got to do is fill these lines down here, and that's it. Just blend that into there. So there's not a great deal of blending to do, so you don't have to be perfect at filling, obviously, because there's just that one gap to do. As you can see, we've come back to the bonnet on the front. When you're putting your bonnet on, you'll see your bonnet catch. You'll see your 2 holes here to bolt your bonnet catch on. These are your existing bonnet catches. You've got 2 when you take it off. One is for your new bonnet, the other one is for your boot. It's these catches here. These are the ones that have the cables going to them. If you line the centre, you can see just in here, the centre where the pin goes in for the bonnet, that is in the centre of this. And then you know your bonnet's in the right place, the centre of that to the centre of this. When your bonnet and your wings matching up, you should need no filler at all on any of these areas. None whatsoever. None down your doors, none down the front of the wing. None around your bumper here when your bumper's in. Actually all line up just right there. There's no filler needed anywhere around here. So if these aren't fitting, you've done something wrong, because you don't need any filler. These areas you should have a pound coin gap all the way around them.